That's why it's called the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay? Someone's ruling right now. Someone's in heaven right now. It ain't us. So you have some of us that think they're living in heaven, but what do they have to take to get there? What did it take for them to get there? Okay? That's what you must understand. Alright, come. Just in the book of Romans, bridge up to chapter 11. It's 11 and Romans chapter 11 verse 6. You know what? Let's start at verse 1. It says, I say, have Yahawah cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite, the seed of Abraham and the tribe of Benjamin. And this is Paul. Okay? Which again, I told you that Paul was a Roman citizen. Okay? So the same way how you, in the modern time, you'd be a citizen of your land. You have a social insurance number, birth certificate. Okay, you know the language of the land. Okay, you eat their food and all that. It's the same way Paul was. Okay, but Paul still knew that he was an Israelite. Okay, Paul still knew that. Okay, the Lord gave him the spirit to understand that. Okay. Right, verse 2. It says, Yahawah has not cast away his people. Okay, I'm going straight verbatim. God has not cast away his people foreknew. Okay. Why not? Okay. Why not? That the scripture says of Elias, he maketh an intercession to Yahawah, or God's lucky. That's printed in me, man. Okay, against Israel, saying, verse 3, Lord, they have killed thy prophets. Okay, which they did. Okay, they killed the prophets because how? All right, the prophets were killed. Okay, through martyring. Okay, the prophets were killed through martyring, man. Okay. On top of that, okay, you had some prophets that were thrown in Roman Colosseums, okay, crucified as well, okay, they were also put on some crosses, okay, but the prophets have always been, some of the prophets have always been killed throughout history, okay, they've always have been, let's sit down a little bit, Slovakia, you guys can see me, alright, always have been killed throughout history, man, okay. Alright, there's numerous occasions when the prophets were literally killed, either by what? That government of that time, okay? Like Rome, Egypt, okay? Which Moses wasn't killed, but I'm going to give you guys examples. Whatever that captivity was, and the Lord rose up that men at that time, some of them were killed, okay? Right? Which ultimately they were martyrs, okay? Because they were killed for what? When you become a martyr, you're killed for what? Your faith, okay? You were killed for what you believed in, okay? Right? So let's keep going. It says, and dig down thy altars, meaning destroy. Okay? They destroyed the altars, man, aka the temples, alright? Which obviously the temples at that time were righteous, but hey man, they were destroyed. Okay? And left alone, and they seek my life, aka to take it, okay? Which is gonna happen again in the last days, man. Our lives are gonna be seeking to get taken too. Okay? The scriptures tell you that in Mark, Luke, okay, right? They were going to be persecuted for the word of the Lord. So again, it's going to be a time like on earth before, but amplified, man. Okay, right? You're going to have bounty hunters, right? Right? You're going to have bounty hunters, mercenaries. Okay, you had the same thing back then as well. You had people that they waxed rich through being bounty hunters. Okay, right? It's the same thing over again, man. Okay. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 4, nothing new under the sun. Okay, so these are the same things that are going to take place again. Okay, we're going to go through the same things again, man. Okay, right? And they're going to want the prophet. Hey, the prophets are going to be a high bounty. That's the same thing that they did back then as well. Okay, because what were the prophets doing at that time? You guys know? Okay, they were arousing up the spirits of the people, man. Okay, they had a vibration on them. That's really what it is. Okay, because when they entered the town, what happened? They were instantly get to prophesying. Of course, people scoffed and threw stuff at them, but you had a lot of people that believed and listened to what they were saying because at that point in time, it was true. Okay, Rome is wicked. Look what they're doing. They're destroying the people. And people look, man. People have an epiphany when they listen to the prophets. Like, damn, they would wake up and be like, damn, this guy's right. Like, look at the people, they're so lost. Okay? Hey man, you people, they didn't live in reality because every day was what? Happiness. They wanted to live in pleasure every day. That's not realistic. Okay? That's not realistic. Okay? Every day you're living in what? Okay? In pleasure. You want to have fun every damn day. Okay? You never do any work. You don't go through any adversity. No trials, no errors, no tribulations, no infirmities. Okay? The Lord is all about that because what does it do? It builds up your character. It builds up your strength. It builds up your faith. Okay? That's why you need, okay, afflictions or infirmities, if you will. Okay? Is that good, bro? Okay? Verse 4. It says, but what have the answer of God unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who would not bow the knee to the image of Baal. Okay? And that's what they were saying as well. Okay? Because what were the people doing at that time? They were worshiping idols, aka false gods. Okay? Alright? Which Paul was talking to the Israelites, man. But he was talking to the numerous of people because guess what? At that time, Paul knew what? He understood the concept of an Israelite foreigner. Okay? There was plenty of Israelite foreigners in Rome, man. They even had Roman rulers. You obviously know if they're king, what they're going to be getting down to do it. Okay? So there's plenty of Israelites at that time. Okay? Paul just didn't know who the elect was. So again, just like us out here teaching the scriptures, man. Okay? Verse 5. Even so then the present time also there is a raiment according to the election of grace. Okay? So only a raiment is gonna receive ultimately that grace. Okay? Only a raiment is ultimately gonna receive that grace. Okay? Only a raiment, man. Okay? So only a select few, man, that election. Okay, which is who? The elect. Okay, the Lord's elect is going to receive that election, man. Okay? Verse 6. And if by grace then there is it no more of works, otherwise grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then it is no more of grace, otherwise work is no more work. Verse 7. What then Israel have not to obtain which he seeketh for? Which is what? Israel always wanted salvation. Okay? Right? Because the prophets would ask Yahawashi consistently, when would the kingdom be restored back to the kingdom of Israel? Okay? When would it be restored or returned back unto the Israelites? Okay? That's what the prophets were asking consistently, in and out, day in and day out. Okay? They were asking when they were going to get the kingdom back. Okay? Right? It says, but the election have obtained it, but the rest were blind, aka the 2/3. Okay? So the 2/3 were blinded, okay? And the elect were the only ones that received that information. The elect are the only ones who received the Spirit, okay? Because ultimately, to have this faith, you have to have the certain Spirit on you, man. Okay? Which I can prove that as well. Okay? Let's get Habakkuk as well, man. Okay? Because Habakkuk talked about that. Alright? That in a minute. Alright, verse 8. According as it is written, Yahawah, or God, have given them the spirit of slumber, okay, which is who? The 2/3, okay, and even the people at that time, alright, because the heathens are capable of knowing that destruction is coming. They're capable of that, okay, but ultimately, what did the Lord do? The Lord gave them the spirit of slumber, okay, so they didn't have the spirit to understand, okay, what the Lord was talking about at that point in time. Through what? His prophets. Okay? The prophets have a certain spirit on them as well. That's what you guys don't understand. Okay? Every time the prophets came around, these people scoffed, they shunned them. Okay? They spit on them, they tried to kill them. Every single time. Okay? So the Lord what? Right? Which again, you gotta have a strong spirit to deal with that. But you know, hey man, judgment will come to them that do that, man. Okay? Right? It says, eyes should not see and the ear should not hear unto this day. So again, yeah, you have eyes, okay? Yeah, you have what, man? You have eyes, okay? You have ears, okay? You know, you have the sense of touch, obviously, okay? You have those senses, but the Lord still blinded you, man, and that's showing that there's an outer power at work, okay? This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4, okay? It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Okay? So again, the Lord gave the elect, the spirit of faith. Okay? The Lord gave them the spirit of faith, man. Alright? Right? The spirit of faith, man. This is James. James chapter 4, verse 6, man. Alright? That's all that is, man. Right? Because we went into that too. We broke that down. What do we say about faith, man? Or not what do we, but what did the scriptures say about faith? The Lord said that faith is a gift. Okay? So if you have faith, if you believe in the Lord gifted you that, man. The Lord gave you the power to do that, man. Because look at all these people around you. Okay? Look at the people around you. All they make is assumptions or claims. Oh yeah, we love the Lord, or this and that. But really truly, they don't love the Lord, man. Okay? Nothing of their actions indicate that they love the Lord. Okay? Nothing. Alright? And that's why in death, when they face death, they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna pretend like they knew the Lord. Okay? And the Lord said that. The Lord said, what? You're gonna scream, I knew thee, but did none of the things which I said. The Lord says that, man. Okay? Where's that faith? When I told you to keep that faith and have faith in me, believe in me. Okay? Because just like how you want to be believed in, the Lord wants to be believed in too. Okay? Alright? Chapter and verse, lock it. James chapter 4, verse 6. James chapter 4, verse 6 says, but he that giveth more grace, wherefore he is said, Yahawah resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Okay? So that humble, that meek. Okay? Hey man, this is an underdog story, man. Okay? Right? This is literally an underdog story. The Lord is giving us that underdog story, man. Alright? That's what that is. Alright? That underdog story is being at the bottom, being kicked down. Okay? Alright, let me go for a while, but yeah.